Hello everyone. Welcome to Conversations with Sakina. Today's pick a card answers the question, what do you need to know about the path you're meant to be on? If this is of interest to you, choose a pile on the screen and then go to the timestamps in the description box below. Hello Pile 1. You are here to find out what you need to know about the path you're meant to be on. So let's consult the cards here and see what kind of answer we receive. Okay, so the first card is the Page of Wands. And the first thing that I see shared with this card is that this path that you're meant to be on is one of adventure and learning and creativity and joy. You're meant to look at this path as almost magical for yourself because you never know what can happen around you if you're aware enough to notice what happens around you. The creativity of the universe. And the second card here is the Queen of Pentacles. And this is saying that with the attitude of the Page of Wands, with that awe-inspiring, wow, look at my life feeling, and being able to look at everything as a learning experience, before you know it, you'll be at the Queen of Pentacles level. In other words, your life will be centered. Your life will be flowing and fulfilled, and people will look at you and think, wow, she's really got it all together. She's very serene, very calm. You're one with the earth. You are one with yourself. You have embraced the creativity of life and been able to kind of balance and nurture the kind of life that you have wanted to have. Now, are you at this point? Are you feeling this about your life? Are you looking at it as an adventure? Are you looking at it as no matter what happens, it's a learning experience, and it is literally your spirit having a human experience? Are you seeing it that way? And do you feel like you are here, where you are just so calm and confident about your life and feeling that you've done all the right things. You've flowed in the right direction. You've cared and nurtured in the right way. If not, don't despair, because that's what this reading is all about, is what you need to know about the path you're meant to be on. And I do believe it's saying this is what your path is meant to be like. So let's keep going. We have the Chariot. So I think this is saying, go ahead and charge forward. And if you really don't want to charge forward, although this Page of Wands looks like they want to charge forward. But if you don't want to charge forward necessarily in a haphazard kind of way, you still need to move forward somehow. Even when you take the time to center yourself and to be calm and collected and perhaps meditate, sometimes that meditation, that just sitting back and letting the universe speak to you, is going to give you a way to move forward. Maybe you're kind of stagnant right now and you really don't know what you want to do. So this would be, a way to get some answers before moving forward. And if you want to charge forward, well, we'll see what is being said about that. We have the Magician. And I believe this is the universe telling you that this can be a tricky energy. It really can be a tricky energy. You have the ability, you have everything that you need to exist on this path that you're meant to be on. Okay? The horses know the way to go. You're kind of following them. But the magic that you can have on this journey needs to be realized as something that isn't just randomly created. You're not necessarily creating it along the way. You've already mapped it out. You already know the road you're meant to take. So you've already mapped it out, and you're kind of creating the markers along the way. But you actually created it before you were born. You knew what you wanted to do. So next comes the Emperor. And as we know, the Emperor has it all together. The Emperor, his life is the ultimate life. He's the most powerful individual over anyone, which is just basically saying this is how you're meant to be on this path. This is not saying you're better than everyone else. This is saying that you have all the power to make your life the way that you wish it to be. All of these cards are showing, again, being major arcana cards. They're major cards. This is like, here's your road. You've created it already, but you're going to be creating along the way as well. And you are the one who's going to make all the decisions about how that's going to go. This is the path you're meant to be on. This is the path you're meant to follow. This is how you follow that path. And then we have the Seven of Wands. And this is telling you that there are going to be times that, the road that you choose, and you will veer off the path. There's no doubt about it whatsoever. Everyone does. But there are going to be times that people are not going to understand why you are doing what you're doing. And really, it is not necessary for you to explain to anyone why you're doing what you're doing. You're in charge of your life, not someone else. However, if what you're doing is, if you really, really feel like you need to defend it because it's that important, it's that important, and you need others to know how important it is, then by all means defend if that's what you need to do. Or while people are, perhaps attacking what it is that you're doing, you can, again, center yourself and just keep flowing on the path you know is yours. And then we have the Ten of Cups. And I'd say that's pretty much saying that if you follow this plan, this is how your life path will go. And you will reach that ultimate happiness, and then a new beginning will take place. You'll pop back to that Ace of Cups, and you'll start all over again with something new to learn, something exciting, another adventure. But again, you know your path, you're on it. It's telling you right here, you're on your path. And the horses are charging forward. And you're creating. You are creating where you're going, what you're doing, because you have that power. You've always had that power. You maybe spent a long time, or you've spent a great deal of time defending your position, depending what it is that you think is going to make you happy. But I think what this is saying is you may get to that point, if you're not there already, where you're just going to go inside yourself and know that you're doing fine, you're doing exactly what you're meant to do. You're in control. Now see, she's facing him. And tail end wise, you're going to have a happy ending to this every single time. If you don't put any limitations on yourself, you are capable of manifesting whatever it is you wish. And this life is meant to be a fun one. And you are meant to feel very satisfied. So we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles here, I feel, is saying that you should not hold on to any singular path. There are many paths that you have chosen to take before you were born, and you cannot lock yourself into just one. You have to be open enough to be able to be willing to move off the path when you feel you should, or when, the horses tug you that direction. Then we have the Nine of Cups. And I think this is saying, as long as you don't lock yourself into any particular path, anything that you wish for, you can manifest. You put it in your mind and you make it happen. If you notice this Page of Wands up here and the positioning kind of this person on the Nine of Cups is very much the same. We want that dynamic energy. You want that dynamic energy. Because when you feel this, you know that you're doing the right thing. You know that your intuition is powerful, and you know that it's exactly where you're meant to be at this given time. And then we have the Six of Cups. This is saying that there's nothing wrong with considering what has happened before, what has gone before. Before you, I guess, make a decision, make any kind of a decision about the path. So here with the Four of Pentacles, it is saying that, keep yourself open, because there's going to be more than one way to go. But when you feel your instincts, when you feel your intuition, that dynamic energy, the tingling that comes within the body, sometimes through like goosebumps and things like that, then you know that you're starting something new, close to ending something that, perhaps the path you've already been on, and perhaps going to begin something new. And oftentimes you'll have nostalgic memories going on when this takes place. You might remember things back to whatever path this was, and the path that is coming close to an ending. You might be remembering some of the really good things that took place then, and how you've grown through each of these steps, each of these pathways. And that is going to help you make a decision for sure about the next path you are meant to take. And then we have the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is saying it's okay to take your time to decide what it is you would like to do, which path you'd like to take, because again, there's going to be many paths. And for you, most of those paths look very successful if you kind of follow this way of going. In other words, choose the path and manifest what it is that you would like to have happen on that path, always with the idea that life is meant to be fun. You are a spirit in a human body. Life is meant to be fun. And, the end result is one where you're looking at it going, I feel so good in this life. I'm so glad I decided to live this life. So once you've thought about what path you would like to take, communicate that to yourself. Communicate that to the part of you that does the manifesting and structure it. Make it happen. This is a king. Look at it from the standpoint that you're already there. You've already done it. You're already there, because then it can't fail, can it? And then we have the Knight of Cups. And this is a card that's saying, never stop questing for what makes you feel. And it's not necessarily feeling love, even though cups, can indicate love. It's just feeling in general. Never stop questing for what makes you feel good. And as we can see from the card above, that 10 of Cups, that's the ultimate wow feeling. I've made it. I feel so good. This is such a happy place. So never stop questing for that. No matter what path you choose in this life, no matter which path you happen to be on in this life, never stop questing. And use how you feel to decide upon the path. That can help as well, with always keeping in mind the adventure and happiness that life should be and where you wish it to end up. So pile 1, I think that answers the question of what you need to know about the path you're meant to be on. Until next time, take care. Hello, pile 2. Today we are asking, what do you need to know about the path you are meant to be on? So we're going to see what the cards have to share with you about that. So here we go. Okay, so the first card out here is the Devil. And what this looks like is this is going to be a path where you learn a great deal about taking responsibility. You're going to learn a great deal about things that are being offered and how and what they can do for you. If anything, you're going to be able to learn to say no. This path is not meant to be one of being enticed to do things outside the realm of what you believe in morally. And with the Two of Swords, it's saying that this is what it's not meant to be, but ultimately it is you need to make the decision about what you see or what you refuse to see and what you should be seeing about your life, about this path that you're meant to be on. It is, to some extent, it will be a little on the secretive side or seemingly a bit difficult until you decide to remove the blinders. Once you remove the blinders, you will easily see, and you can see her facing him. You can easily see all the things that kind of tried to steer you in a totally different direction. And, it looks like these birds are attacking, but I believe myself that they're messengers. They're trying to help you. Even though on the card it looks like they're attacking, I believe they're trying to help you because they have messages for you. Very important ones. And then we have the Ace of Swords. And with the Ace of Swords, they're saying once you remove the blindfold, once you decide to see, a whole new world is going to open up for you. Your beliefs are going to totally change on this path. You're going to go from one extreme to another at some point on this path that you're on. And the potential of what you can understand and communicate is going to be absolutely phenomenal. Once you, and this could be, hitting rock bottom in a way, or really exploring who you are, both light and dark, and merging the two. But as you can see with the spiral staircase, there's no end to what you can communicate, what you can think. And then we have the Six of Pentacles. And the Six of Pentacles on top of this Ace of Swords, this is a very harmonious life. You're meant to be on this kind of a path. This is one of those paths where give and take is equal. You have something amazing to share with other people, and they have something amazing to share with you. It is a give and take pathway, and it suits you. Here, it was more about just you, or perhaps life has felt like this for a long time. The path you're meant to be on is meant to be like this. And then we have the Six of Swords. This is the card for peace of mind. Look at the difference here. She's all tangled up. And it looks like, the crows or the ravens are causing issue. Here, they're helping because she's removed the blindfold. And, they're willing to help her out because now she is seeing clearly and communicating to them what it is that she wants, what she needs. These are two harmony cards. This is life harmony, being able to share with other people. And this is peace of mind because of it. And then we have the Knight of Cups. This is seeking out life that makes you feel, knowing where your heart lies and going after it. Always with these three in mind, where whatever you do, it's going to be phenomenal and have absolute grand potential for growth. And you're going to be able to swap awesome things with other people. And your path is such a peaceful one. And then always because you move forward with feeling. You don't just do something to do it. You do it because it has a reason. You do it because you've thought about it. You do it because you know it can help other people. You do it because it gives you peace of mind. And then we have the Three of Cups. I feel like this is saying that, on this path that you're meant to be on, you're definitely not alone in it. The way that you are thinking, the way that you are feeling, you're not alone. And in fact, if you look at this, you look at these cards and the pictures on them, the first two up here really do appear to be what many people's lives are actually like right now as humans, okay? But then if you look at how the coloring changes in these cards, it's like suddenly the light comes into the mind, the light bulb goes off, but that's not really what I'm getting from that. It's almost like the light downloads. that have been coming and coming and coming, and changing the way life is for us, changing the way that we think, making us look for a way to spread the love. And we're finding our tribes. It's almost like this is saying, you're a light worker. This is what you came to this earth to do, and now is the time. That's what this is showing me. So let's continue on here. So we have the Emperor. And the Emperor is one with power. So when looking at, the downloads here, this is saying, this is where you're meant to be. You are meant to be in total control of your life. And as you can see, on this card, you can see the light coming down on him again, just like here. So you have a choice. You do. You don't have to embrace this light worker lifestyle. But eventually, it's just going to be there, and I don't think it will be able to be ignored. Then we have the Hanged Man. This is taking you from perhaps the mentality up here to realizing with the downloads everything that you have to offer and everything that others have to offer you. And you're seeing life, you're seeing this path you're on in a whole new way. You're realizing that you do have power, that you're not helpless, and that you have a great deal to offer. It's a whole new perspective on things. And again, here's this card is usually like enlightenment, and that is absolutely true. But again, we've got the downloads. It's kind of amazing that they're all three coming, or you're seeing that in 3 of these cards. And then we have the Hierophant. Again, the downloads from the ancestors, from past loved ones, from higher self, the downloads are showing there. And I don't think that I'm mistaken that the path that you're meant to be on is the light worker path. And, this is what you need to know. Maybe you have not recognized that yet. So I believe the universe here is showing you, what your life is supposed to be like. And here it's saying, this is what you have to do. Absorb those downloads. Change your way of thinking. And then with the Hierophant, it's an understanding of what you're absorbing. Because once you change your perspective, once you surrender to the idea that you're meant to be a light worker, you'll begin to understand and be led by the messengers to the next step. Then we have the 4 of Wands. And this is telling you to celebrate every single step. This is important. You never want to take it for granted. You never want to just think, oh, another download. I'll worry about it later. Again, this is a quest, something that you feel, something that makes you feel. It's action forward for a reason that makes you feel very whole. And you're meant to celebrate that. So absorb the downloads, surrender to the change of thought, the light worker responsibility. Hear your ancestors, hear your higher self. Sit quietly. Allow them to teach you. Allow them to help you understand the next step. And then everything that you accomplish, you celebrate it. And then we have the Eight of Pentacles. And again, look at the look at the light, the downloads. You've even got that in the background here, but you know, look at the downloads. This is the Mastery card. You will eventually receive all of the downloads needed to be able to help you help others in the way that a light worker is meant to. So if your life is like this right now, if you feel like all the offers you're receiving are just ones that just never quite feel good, never quite feel right, and you feel like this, like you have no idea which way to turn, keep in mind that when you make the decision to change that, you will open up your light worker mind and things will change. You'll suddenly start seeing a whole new world, a whole new you, a whole new everything. And, you know, don't think it will always be sunshine, okay? As you can see, she's in the rain here. She's on turbulent seas. Occasionally it will be that way, but truly, that is the only card that is showing any kind of anything that isn't peaceful and beautiful and a wonderful energy. But when you hit this here, you're being helped out of it by your ancestors, by your spirit team, by whoever is looking out for you, whoever is sending you those downloads. You're never alone in this, not once you accept the path. So pile 2, I think this gave a lot of information about the path that you're meant to be on and what you need to know about the path. Oh, and before I go, please forgive the snoring that you heard from the Chihuahua. I know it's in the video here. It always happens. So again, until next time, take care. Hello, pile 3. Today we are going to be looking at what you need to know about the path that you're meant to be on. And we're going to look at the cards to find the answer to that. So let's see what the cards have to share. Start this out with the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a very magical, I think, a very magical person. Very passionate. And maybe that's why. She's very passionate and able to transform whatever she puts her mind to. And as we see her in the card here, you know, she has this little light in her hand and she is creating it, making it grow, making it shine, making its shine go out further and further. And as you can see, she's very excited about that. And then we have the Ace of Swords. And with the Ace of Swords and the Queen of Wands, I feel like the path that you're being called to is one of, well, it's one of light. Very much one of light. I feel as though you're a very powerful individual and that, again, like pile 2, had this card also as part of the setup of what the life path was. But here, this is kind of telling you that you are going to be one to communicate that light, to share that light with other people, to share all the goodness with other people in such a passionate way. So let's see what more this has to share. We have the Three of Pentacles. Yes, this is a collaboration of many. You're meant to be a part of many, but you're also meant to be in kind of if you have to think hierarchy, kind of in the higher echelon of understanding of light, someone who is able to communicate about the light to other people. But you won't be doing this alone. And then we have the Fool. The feeling that will come with what this path is meant to be is a feeling of euphoria. One where you know that no matter what, life is beautiful. You can take that step with the trust that you need to have, that the universe has got you. The universe has your back. And so do the people that you work with. And in fact, the Three of Pentacles, to me that means humans. But obviously we can see that you're working with more than just humans. So I think, as I said, the universe has your back. You can trust that you can do pretty much anything that involves the light and be just fine. And then we have the Page of Cups. It's going to be your heart that is going to dictate to you. This is the card of magic. And again, we go back to this Queen of Wands. She appears to be very, very magic. This is you knowing that the magic that you can imagine, the magic that you can feel, is coming directly from your heart. And that's where the light is. And we're having the Seven of Pentacles. You're creating a foundation here. And if you can see, there's light coming out of his hand and going into the ground, into the roots of this tree. He's focused. He's healing. He's aiding the growth of that tree in this card. With the magic, with the manifestation power that you have, whatever you can think, you can create. And you can create that for other people. And the universe has your back. Because it's your heart that dictates what you create. And then we have the Knight of Wands. This is where you have embraced that passion. Embraced your passion for life. Embraced your passion for healing. Embraced your magic. Embraced the light that you are meant to share. Then we have the Eight of Swords. And this is saying that there are definitely going to be times when, you're dealing with people who are stuck in victim status. They're not seeing what's in front of their face. No matter how hard you try, there's going to be issues with the way that they think, the beliefs that they have. But you know that you have the capability of healing, getting to the root of the issue, because your heart can feel it. You can feel it in them. You can imagine what it is that they're going through, and you can heal it, because the universe, you have the light in your head. You have the light in your mind. You are meant to be an ultimate healer. And then we have the Emperor, which has come out in all 3 readings. And that's just saying that, this is your life. This is your power. You have the power to make this life happen, to follow this path. And what you're meant to know about it is that you're going to be helping people. And again, the universe is not going to fail you, no matter what you come up against. As long as the light is there, as long as you're joyous about what you do, and your beliefs stay within the light, the universe is going to be there for you. And you're also going to learn from your heart. But it is your heart that puts out the imagination. It's your heart that can see into the heart of another, so that you know how to get to the root of things and how to heal them. And by going to the root of the matter and healing them, you're taking that action, that creative license, that passion, and igniting the fire in them again. This is what you can have. Then we have the Page of Wands. This is saying, when you come across the people that need your help, they're going to be looking at you as the expert, the one in charge. And they need to learn how to open up their hearts. And you will be teaching that as well. Then we have the Seven of Swords. And this is saying, no matter what they have inside of them, these people that you need to help, no matter what they have inside of them, it cannot hide from you. You have the ability to find that root cause and heal it. Nothing can hide from you. They can hide nothing from you. The light illuminates for you. And that light comes from your heart. As you can see with the Emperor, the light is always shining upon you. You're using that light to bring and open up the hearts of those who come to you. Again, they can't hide. Things are illuminated. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles. And I think that card speaks volumes, because the people who come to you will come to you in this form. Victim status, pretty much. And you will take charge, and you will help them open their hearts by discovering what is keeping them from being filled with love and light. When they leave you, the Queen of Pentacles is where it's at. You fill them with passion, but you help them center their lives. So to them, you're like this magic guru. And when you look at these two cards, we have the light. So as I'm saying, the downloads, the more downloads you can accept, the more open that you are, the more these ideas flow into your head, the more of this, each one of these can come forth in you. And it might not be an overnight thing. This might be something that you've been working up to for quite a long time, or just become aware of, that you have this ability to heal people. Maybe it's been kind of happening all along through life where, people just randomly came to you or people like to talk to you, but you're starting to, through these downloads, you're starting to feel where it's going. You might even be dreaming about it to some extent. You might be talking to like-minded people or other people who are also telling you that, hey, I think this is what you're meant to be doing. So, pile 3, that is the reading for what you need to know about the path that you're meant to be on. Until next time, take care.